Welcome to your Saga Oasis. Pay no mind to what others think. When it comes to minimalism, most people often think only of reducing physical clutter, forgetting about simplifying their mental space. Ask yourself, how many things in your current life require your daily attention? Do you worry about how others might judge your eating habits, your clothing, or your lifestyle? Try not to concern yourself too much with what others think about you, and here's why. Why should you ignore what others think? The first reason is that caring about what others think is ultimately pointless. The thoughts of others reside in their heads, and since we cannot truly know what they are thinking, our brains often analyze and continuously predict others' intentions and thoughts based on their behaviors. This can lead to misunderstandings, unnecessary anxiety, and negatively impact our mental health and our own performance. For instance, your mother's birthday is a month away, and initially, you wanted to organize a small, cozy party. However, fearing judgment, you end up buying extra decorations, expensive food, and inviting more relatives and friends to your home. As the birthday nears, you worry that your home is too cramped and decide to book a party at a restaurant. Consequently, you spend a whole month worrying, preparing, and changing plans, which costs you more money and leaves your mother unhappy because she thinks it's a waste of money, making you unhappy as well. All this happens just because you fear others' judgments, even though no one has reacted negatively yet, instead of trying to impress with a lavish party. A simple but warm and intimate dinner would please your mother more and avoid unnecessary stress. The second reason is that when we let our emotions depend on the opinions and actions of others, we effectively give them control over our lives. For example, you start your day feeling upset after encountering the unfriendly gaze of a neighbor. Later, at work, you learn that a colleague has been speaking ill of you, which annoys you all morning. However, when your boss compliments you in the afternoon, you feel much happier. Yet, at the end of the day, when you find out that your team went out to eat without inviting you, you feel angry again. This emotional roller coaster is a clear indication of how much others' actions and opinions are impacting your well-being. We need to remember that our life is ours to control, and we should be the ones steering it. Even if we sometimes go off course, it's better than letting others decide our direction. To achieve this, we need to reduce our concern for things that don't merit it and focus only on what's most important. What others say about us is their business. Choosing whether or not to let it bother us is our right. The third reason is that we cannot control the thoughts, words, actions, or feelings of others. We should instead focus on what we can control, our reactions to these things. We can choose to be annoyed and upset, or we can choose to not be bothered and continue living our lives happily. Imagine you attend a high school reunion and an old classmate starts spreading rumors that you got your current job position by having an improper relationship with a company executive. This could understandably make you feel uncomfortable and powerless, especially since your advancement was purely through hard work. However, you could choose to continue interacting pleasantly and sincerely with other classmates, using your intelligence and dignified demeanor to demonstrate that such baseless and envious rumors are not worth your concern. The fourth reason is that caring too much about what others think can lead us into a rut. If you continuously adjust your actions to meet the expectations of others, you ultimately live a life based on their prejudices and expectations, not your own. For example, consider a young person who becomes a doctor solely to fulfill family expectations, not based on their passion or personal interests. This individual might lack motivation at work and be dissatisfied with their life. The high pressure of this specific job could lead to severe stress, causing mental and physical health issues. Worse yet, if they later find they cannot continue as a doctor, transitioning to another profession might be very difficult because they have spent years training and accumulating experience in the medical field. Ultimately, they find themselves trapped, both in seeking a career in another field and in their own life. Ways to ignore what others say. Way 1. Be true to yourself. To understand why it's crucial to be authentic, consider the following example. A person working in the arts might feel pressured to follow popular trends or what the market deems acceptable to ensure revenue and fame, a path many of his artist friends pursue and urge him to follow, claiming it's the best way to thrive in the profession. However, he chooses to develop his works in his own style, honestly expressing his personality and personal passions. Despite facing many challenges and receiving disapproving and sarcastic remarks from others, he not only creates unique and enduring works, but also maintains his self-respect and spiritual freedom, something his peers never achieve. Way 2. Do whatever makes you happy, as long as it doesn't harm anyone. There's a simple life principle that can help you find happiness and peace. Do whatever brings you joy, as long as it doesn't harm others. The emphasis on not harming others is crucial because it helps eliminate actions that might benefit oneself but disrupt or destroy the lives of others. A classic example is the sale of addictive substances, which might yield high profits and a comfortable life for the seller, but also causes much pain for many people and results in significant losses for society. Another example is online scams, where the scammer might make a lot of money, but it hurts a lot of people who fall for it. Therefore, focus on activities that make you happy, as long as they do not cause harm to others. Way 3. Learn to ask why questions. Consider this example. Jenny and her husband attended dinner at a friend's house with a group of about 20 people, both men and women. Jenny notices that after the meal, all the men are invited to go outside for drinks and conversation, while the task of cleaning up the room and the mountain of dishes falls to the women. Out of habit, her husband stands up to help the women bring dishes into the kitchen. Immediately, the women there insist that he should go outside to join the men, leaving the kitchen duties to them. This is a very typical scenario that many of us encounter. If Jenny chooses to ignore potential judgments about being lazy or disrespectful of established social norms, she can use the opportunity to raise important questions that challenge these norms. By asking questions like, why do all of us eat together, but only the women clean up? Or why don't we all help so that cleaning can be done quicker, and then everyone can continue socializing together? If someone responds that kitchen duties are traditionally women's work, Jenny can further challenge this by asking, why are kitchen tasks automatically assigned to women? When we stop caring about what others think of us, we begin to ask why questions. It's only with such questions that we can seek answers that truly fit us, instead of following predetermined solutions set by others. Through this process, we truly start to live a life where we are in control. Common misconceptions. The first is that many people think that not caring about what others think means not caring about others at all, which would make us insensitive and terrible. However, these are two entirely different things. Consider a boss who doesn't care about what his employees think of him, whether good or bad. Nonetheless, he is very concerned about their feelings and well-being, whether they feel comfortable at work, if they need any support from him, and whether the work is being done effectively. He does these things because they are based on his care and responsibility towards his employees and the job itself. The second misunderstanding is that not caring does not mean letting others dump trash in your yard. For example, Mary is a diligent photo model, but recently she has been receiving negative and fabricated comments on social media. Initially, she didn't pay attention to these comments, considering them just individual thoughts in a virtual space. However, when some of these unreasonable negative comments began to spread and affect her reputation and professional opportunities, she took action. Mary started contacting the administrators of the online platforms, requesting the removal of defamatory and baseless comments. She also publicly responded in a professional manner on her personal page, clearly explaining her stance to clarify any misunderstandings. Indeed, focusing too much on what others think can negatively affect our mood and lower the quality of our lives. To reduce these impacts, we need to identify what is truly important to us, gradually eliminate unnecessary worries, concentrate on personal development, and simplify our mental burdens. By caring less about others' opinions, we can lead a freer, lighter, and more meaningful life. It's the end of the video. Thank you for joining us today. And don't miss out on more videos from us by subscribing and turning on the notification bell icon.